26%. On the nation report part, the percentage you below 420 grade for the subtraction in math. In America, we had everything as a fractional country, but the 26% is exceptional to you. Raise your hand if you think the country we need to do way better than 10. I'm with you. We all need to math, but why so many kids confused by us? It's because only 26% of people are hardwired from that. Love 70% or not. After working with thousands of kids, I can tell you this is the case at all. Kids don't understand math because we beat teaching the humanize the subject. But if you make math human again, it's worse than make sense again. You are probably wondering, how is math every human in the first place? So think about it. Math is human language just like English, Spanish, and Chinese, because it allows people to communicate with each other. Even ancient time people to need the language of math, to concentrate, to boil a moment and measure a land of farming. This idea about math is a language is exactly new. A great philosopher once said, the law of nature is written in the language of mathematics. So you see, even Galileo agrees in it. But somewhere along the line, we are taking the language of math with about the real world around us, and we abstract it beyond the recognition. And that's why kids get confused. Let me show you what it means.
We'll see this third grade California math standard, and people make sense when 8 years old. Understand the fraction 1 over b as the quantity formed by one part, when a wall is partitioned into b equals part. Understand a fraction a over b as the quantity formed by a part of size 1 over b. And if you give this description to an 8-year-old, you probably get reaction like this. To a math expert, this standard makes sense, but to a kid it isn't absolute torture. I tell this example specifically because the fractions are the foundational to algebra, trigonometry, and even calculus, so kids don't understand fraction in the elementary middle school, because it had half right way to ahead them in the high school. But there's a way to make subtraction simple and easy for kids to understand. Yes, just remember that math is the language, and use that the fair damages. For example, when I teach first grader how to add the subtraction, I start with the apple plus relation. First say yes, 1 apple plus 1 apple, and people often say to kids the totally correct. Help them include the word as well as with the math of the language, but not just to eat 2 apples. Next is 3 pencil plus 3 pencil. You are all know that pencil plus pencil is pencil. So everyone, how many pencil?
5 pencil.
5 pencil is right, and the key is you include the word. I tried to submit with my 5-year-old niece in month. After she ate pencil and pencil, I asked her what 4 billion plus 1 billion, and my own overheard in the distance. She scolded and said, "Are you crazy? She been kindergarten. How she support to know 4 billion plus 1 billion? I'm done it." My nice Vanessa counting looks up and says, 5 billion. And I says, that's right, it is 5 billion.
My aunt stood ahead on that because she didn't expect that from the 5-year. But all you have to do is take a language approach and make become intuitive and easy to understand. Then I asked her a question that kindergartner definitely not supposed to know. Plus 1/3, and she immediately answered 2/3. Such as you are wondering, how can she possibly know that? when she doesn't know about the numerator and denominator yet. You see, she wasn't thinking about numerator and denominator. She solved the problem this way, and she used 1 apple plus 1 apple as her analogy to understand 1/3 plus 1/3. So, even a kindergartner can add subtraction. You better believe that every third grader can do it as well. Just for fun, I asked her an algebra question. What 7x squared plus 2x squared, and then the 5-year correctly answered 9x squared. And she did it any exponent rules to figure that it out. So when the people say that we are either wired or not, it's not true. Math is a human language, so we have all the ability to understand this. We need to take a language approach to math urgently, because too many kids are lost, and they are ancient about math, and it doesn't have to be the way. I worked with an angry, frustrated high school student, one who couldn't pass the algebra, because she only knew 44% of the multiplication task. I have told her that such a kind of weight only knowing the 44% of the alphabet. Holding me back, she couldn't pass her public relation, and she had no confidence in that. As the result, this teenager had confidence in herself. I told her we have to start with the multiplication.
Because once in all of you have it your part, everything gets easier and they will be having a fastback every happy ride in Disneyland. What do you think? And she said okay, but she systematically learned the times table in 4 weeks. And yes, even a multiplication has the English in better than that. You will be surprised how many kids don't realize 7 times 3 can be spelled out as 7 times 3, which just means 3 7 times, just like that. So when kids see this way, they quickly realize that the repetition is slow and inconvenience. So they gladly memorize that 3 7 times, all the way to 21. The future teenager walked out strict to dropping out, becoming fluent and confident in multiplication with the game changer. Because for the first time, we can focus on the problem solving instead of counting on the finger. And no, she's at the corner when she's figured out that 2 years currently at $445 a month would cost you $10,680. And she looking at me disapprovingly and said, "It's a Polyshock, that's expensive." At the moment, not having wonder causing problem for her, but she looks giving a math solved problem as the reason to adult. As an educator, it's my duty to challenge kids to be tirelessly with this challenge. Our country stuck at 26% subtraction, and I challenge you to pass the number higher. This is important because mathematical thinking not built young mind, but our kids needed to imagine and develop their future. Meeting this challenge can be as simple as apple plus apple. Insist that we teach math the human language, and we will get there sooner rather than later. Thank you.